I wanted to make today's video about all of the adventures with this. Like, here's a real quick preview. I've got a piece loaded up on one of my vices. I've got the probe loaded. There's the doors. I also have a kitty right now in the shop. I don't have a kitty in the shop anymore. Wow. Well, that's working. I didn't tell it to go too far. I only told it to go a little bit. So it's just stopped right there. Closer to the full depth from 0.5 inches to 0.7 inches. Spinning stuff. Oh, that's so cool. It presents it to us. But no, that's not today's video. You know why? Because I'm spun up. I hate getting preachy on my channel anymore just because I like to let the results speak for themselves. But holy shit, there are some people out there that love to come up with excuses as to why I can or cannot do the things I'm doing. And now, what is hilarious to me, and I'm going to just call it out as it is, people are saying, oh, Rob, well, you're able to do things because you have money. Fuck you, first of all. I'm sorry to those that have kids in the room. I'm sorry. Editing the video, I want to add a little clarification to this section. You cannot buy that C8 Corvette with anything other than cold hard cash. Hopes and dreams do not work. So I'm not referring to those of you saying, oh, it'd be nice to have the money Rob has to do these things. I am very fortunate in that way. I'm not talking about that because you guys aren't the ones that are critical. You guys aren't the ones that are talking shit. What I'm trying to say is there are a couple other four-rotors that have come and gone that have never made it to fruition because they just had money behind them. And that's what I'm trying to point out is that some of these things, like building a 6-rotor or building this all-wheel drive 4-rotor, some of them wouldn't happen if money was the only thing you had. So money isn't all it's cracked up to be, and that's kind of the whole point of this rant, is that it comes down to skill and the passion of doing it yourself. But anyway, back to the rant. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm doing everything myself. I'm not paying anybody to do it. I have been so obsessed with learning it myself because you know what? Nobody can take those skills away from me other than Alzheimer's, which is actually really sad. But the idea is that I can do it myself. That way, nobody sells me on bullshit. I don't have to be told things that I'm not sure are true or not. I can test them myself. And because I make money off of sharing this information, you guys get to learn what I learn as well. I think it's very interesting because the people that started out by saying, oh, you're inept or don't know what you're doing or you pay everybody to do it, those guys have gotten quiet and then now has come the group of, well, of course, if you have enough money, you can do it. I'm like, who is doing more? And I'm not trying to make it a contest. I'm just cracking up at you guys coming to me saying that, well, it must be nice to have money or whatever that is. I fucking earn every single dollar of what I'm doing. This is a pain in the ass. I could be doing it way easier, and if I was focused on money, I could be ripping you guys off, or I could be focusing on all those other things that a lot of people that are in the position to make a lot of money could do. I am not. This is my passion, and this is what I love doing. I don't know everything. And I make that very abundantly clear. But you know what? I am onto something. And what cracks me up more than anything is the comments that have changed, that have morphed, the negativity that has morphed along the way. It started out like this. Oh, man, when you rebuilt that engine will never run. If I was going to waste the time, I could find that comment found by multiple people on my channel when I was rebuilding this engine after we had the aluminum incident. Oh man, it'll never make power. Oh, well, made more than 1,000 all-wheel drive horsepower. Oh man, you're paying somebody else to do it. Oh wow, I just tuned it myself. Made so much power we couldn't even measure it. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I have a channel for that. The fact is that these comments, this negativity, this anger lingers and it changes. It used to be, oh, well, you have more money than sense. And then they realized I actually don't have a lot of money. I just love what I'm doing and this is my proof of my obsession. Then it turned into, well, you know, of course, if you have that money, then, well, of course, you're going to be able to do all this stuff. And you know what? I've realized something. The handful of you guys that talk the nastiest shit about me, I don't care. I don't care because you know why? It works against you. I'm the type of person that motivates me to prove you wrong. And I'm not saying, oh, I've got haters. If I do dumb stuff, I am just like everybody else. I do dumb stuff. I'll admit it. But you know what? If your goal is just to upset me or deride me, it doesn't. Because I derive enjoyment out of seeing this. Look at this machine back here. There are so many comments from, I think, some newer people on the channel saying, oh, you're going to crash the machine. Oh, you have no idea what you're doing. You shouldn't have done that, blah, 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 blah. It's all on the video about picking this machine up. And you know what? In 24 hours, that was enough motivation for me to say, I will have machined my first piece out of here. Yes, it was just simply like a haircut. I took the top off of a piece, but you know what? I did it. And what I'm trying to say isn't trying to say, oh man, I'm amazing. It's just to say that if you are a person that sees those sort of comments, and they're not unwarranted, but they're just from negative people, those people just exist. They can go fuck off. Oh my God. It is so weird that people spend that sort of time focusing on the negativity. I don't mind the criticism. Oh man, Rob, you did this wrong. Or oh, you're gonna fuck this up. Yeah, I get that. And the reason I choose to edit my videos the way I do is so that way I share for the younger guys, the newer guys, what it's like to learn for the first time. Watch, look at the time I took that 15,000 pound forklift from not moving to moving. I left in leaving on the parking brake to show other people that's something you would do if that was the first thing you do. I edited that. That was my choice. And people are like, oh, he's a dumbass. Well, of course. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm not perfect. And I just want to share that with other people that, you know what? Yes, we all make mistakes. We all do that sort of stuff. But look at where I've gotten and look at how quiet those people have gotten. Every single one of them have went from, oh, that car will never run, to, oh, well, it's just if you had money or whatever, blah, blah, the other excuses. Or they just get quiet. A lot of those guys, there was a whole group of people that were roasting me about this. And you know what? Not a single one of them talk about it anymore. And even if they do, it doesn't even fucking matter. None of them matter. The criticism morphs and then it gets quiet. It disappears. You never get the vindication. Nobody goes, oh, I'm sorry for being a complete dickhead. Then they never will because they don't think they're being a dickhead. That's what's funny. And you know what? All the stuff I was claiming came true. So I just really am fascinated that here I am making incremental growth in my own personal life, never sitting still, never stopping. This is a proof that I just want to keep pushing myself forward while I've got these opportunities in my life and have something to show for it. Here I am. I'm still here. We're at almost 800,000 as of right now. It's 7,999 something thousand subscribers. I'm not the fastest growing channel in the world, and I don't want to be. I love what I'm doing. I'm a horrible YouTuber, but somehow I'm still here, and it's because of you guys. And so, like I said, this is more of a ranty video. I am aware of it, but I wanted to get it off my chest because you've seen me kind of boiling at this, and it's not the anonymous people. It's the ones that are afraid of, holy shit, he's throwing enough shit at the wall, and some of it's sticking. Maybe the stuff we were saying isn't going to go unvalidated for much longer. Because you know what? This machine and this weird-ass brain, I don't know what the hell's going on inside of it, is going to come down to figuring this engine out. Right now, as of right now, when I made this program to cut that water seal, that was not measured spot by spot by spot. That was calculated from an equation into the real world. So I'm not coming from some sort of shitty half-ass way. I'm going to resolve it, and I'm going to share all of that information with you guys because I want to see this engine live on. I'm tired of that type of person bullying everybody else and using fear, uncertainty, and doubt to hide their tracks. Oh my God. I'm fired up. This is why I'm doing the whole two-rotor video series, is to figure out what happens. Because I'll tell you what, people are like, oh, you don't know what you're doing with 1,000 horsepower two-rotor. Of course I don't. I've never built a 1,000 horsepower two-rotor, but you know what? I am. And you damn well sure know I will. Because, yeah, I might blow up the first one that gets to 50 PSI. And you know what? I'm going to learn. I'm not going to be one of those guys that just stops there. So for those of you that are saying, oh, well, you don't know what you're doing, you're right. I will.